You not feeling good?
No, I'm feeling alright, but I'm really freaking sleepy for some reason. I don't know why.
Too much work?
Maybe.
Too much banging out, Hollow Blade.
Maybe. We still got Caleb? Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Caleb hasn't dropped yet.
It's because I'm at work still.
Oh, are you?
Poor Caleb.
Poor Caleb.
He has home and podcast life.
Nope. It's not a thing. Doesn't exist.
Alright, well, I'll cut some stuff off of the show notes.
Do I need to see these show notes? Is there something interesting?
All of our email questions are in there. Alright, Alright, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 118 of the Gaming Death Podcast. I'm your host Chris, and with me tonight we have Dawn,
Hola.
Caleb,
Oh, hey.
and Hollow Blade.
What's up, homie?
What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hollow's
Yeah.
sleepy tonight, and sorry that we're so late, chat. Just technical problems where Skype didn't want us all to connect. But the man can't keep us down.
Yeah, on the plus side, I'm on Chris's laptop, so I don't sound like I'm coming to you live from the toilet.
You aren't?
No, I'm not. It's pretty freaking awesome.
I thought we were working a new angle.
No, we're not.
On our
we're not.
on our
We're not going
audience.
for We're not going for straight up toilet humor.
That's not where I was going.
I thought maybe we'd get more hits if Dawn was just bottomless the entire show.
I think that's the only way to get hits. Or for me to not wear a shirt.
I cannot wear a shirt.
Will that do anything?
Why do you guys get to be topless bitches and I gotta sit here with no pants on?
Because
That's not fair.
Because people still don't realize that I don't have nipples.
Caleb
What are you,
does not have
freaking
nipples.
Marilyn Manson now?
No. I'm definitely not Marilyn Manson. Not anymore.
Can I just comment that Hollow Blade continues to switch up his Skype picture, and every time he looks like a sexy beast?
He
Yeah,
looks like he's a sexy assassin now.
It's pretty sexy.
He's a
I
pretty
won't
thug.
lie,
He's pretty
though.
thug still.
I won't lie though, Hollow, that picture you've got up is usually the picture you get right before you get a dick pic.
He's pretty gangster. Oh, really?
Like, hey, I'm a nice guy, look at me. Oh, and by the way, I have junk.
Just kidding. Not nice.
See, Hollow even knows what I'm talking about. Obviously,
really.
he's been the recipient of a dick pic.
Nope. Luckily.
Oh, wait, I can change this.
Right, Chris. No, I knew it. It was a trap. Don set me up.
Chris, if you send a dick pic, I will come in there. Will not be nice.
That would be the before, and then you can send the after.
I'm not doing nothing. Alright, so let's go over what we got on tonight's show, because people were asking us to tell them what they're about to hear about before we start talking about shit. So tonight we're going to talk about Dawn and her new 3DS XL,
Oh, wow. Nice, Don.
our first impressions of The Evil Within,
Oh, nice, us.
our thoughts on last generation games still being made,
Oh, we don't really care.
DC announces its future movie lineup. We're going to talk about that a little
Oh,
bit.
Suicide Squad, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Suicide Squad.
and then we're going to answer your emails.
I like this.
So that's what we got on the agenda for tonight.
I approve of this episode.
So why do we need to talk about all this stuff before we start talking about all this stuff?
It's what's the word they use in business?
Professional?
Anyways, we need it.
We got a shit.
All right, George Bush.
We got a shit ton of emails with people asking us to do a rundown of what we're talking about before we actually start the show.
But what was their
Really?
logic? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just wondering why it's like necessary.
I don't
Because we
know.
kind of go off on tangents anyway.
Exactly, that's my thing, but
I don't know.
oh. But our show notes are nice tonight. I made them nice.
Yay! I saw
Oh,
that.
that's why you wanted me to see them so bad, because you made them all fancy?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these notes are super nice. Trash.
I copied them just in case. I deleted them all.
Trash.
Yeah, this is usually the kind of notes that Yogi fucks up.
No
Alright.
comment.
Before we actually jump into everything, fucking PSN is down again.
Is it really?
Shocker!
For all systems?
Yeah, PSN is down, and they won't tell us when it's coming back up or why it's down. It's down.
Free games! Yay!
My credit card information, no.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, now I'll get Infamous Second Son for free, and possibly
Free.
and
Yay.
Killzone. Oh, games I already own.
Yeah,
I kinda
I
want
was gonna
Killzone.
say.
Killzone looks fun.
Oh, maybe they'll give us Drive Club, a game that doesn't work.
A game that's garbage.
Nah, come on, you're
Is
gonna
it
get
really?
Skyrim.
It's the.
Skyrim for Skyrim PS4.
Oh
edition.
no, you guys had to bring up fucking shitty ass Drive Club.
Yeah, I had to.
Why? Why is it suck?
It's
Why is it shitty?
Probably the worst racing game I've played since like Gran Turismo 1 was better.
Oh no, everybody was so hyped
this
for that
game
too.
is so trash. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, this game came out. I'm hype about this game. It looks hella good. There's no music, so it's just and eventually when you turn your hair, it's like fucking NES game. Like it's so fucking trash. I'm so mad. There's 50 cars. You unlock them by leveling up. You don't even get credits or anything like modern racing games. It's just caca. Like a week before, Forza Horizon 2 came out, which is like the best racing game I've ever played in my life. And then this piece of trash, which is not even finished, I paid $70 for. And I feel like I should sue them to get my money back and be like, motherfuckers, this is like NES racing game. What's that NES pole position? That shit was better than this garbage.
Well, the thing that really set me for a loop about the whole like Drive Club thing is like 2 days ago they announced that Gran Turismo 6 is coming next year. Like
Wait, Gran Turismo 6 is already out.
or Gran Turismo 7 is coming next year, like without
Right.
a doubt. So it's like, what the fuck? Who's gonna still be playing Drive Club?
I don't know.
my-
They made it out like it was gonna be the hypest team experience ever.
Yeah, but I think like people got it confused with or what's it called, the crew or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The club.
That club with the cars.
The club with cars.
Like,
The club where you drive.
Anyways, I'm like really mad because like I was thinking that this game was gonna be okay, but it's
And you were deceived.
fucking terrible. Like
Just to have
Duke
rolling
Nukem.
starts.
better. There's no music. There's no music. You literally just hear the car.
Oh, how are you gonna have a car game with no music? That's usually half why you're there.
Yeah.
well,
And then like the cars handle like they're like sticky glue. Like you can barely drift. And like if God forbid you go off the track for like a fraction of a second, you lose all your experience. If you hit anything, you lose all your experience. It's like it's so strict. Oh my god.
and the
I
online.
don't even want to
doesn't
get
work.
started on. Huh? I don't even want to try the online because I don't care. Like I
It
played
doesn't
like 20.
It doesn't work.
What do you mean?
They're having server issues. Their servers are overflooded. You can't get on. if you
Overflooded
open
with
them.
who? Who's playing this garbage?
Chris,
Who's
why are
playing
you
this
sending me dick
nonsense?
pics?
I didn't send you.
This
a
is
dick pic.
weird. You totally took a picture of your crotch and sent it to me through text.
That's
Of course I did.
that is weird, Chris.
That's the dick pic. That's literally what that is. Even
Hold
if the
on,
dick is
if I-
covered, it's still a dick pic.
If I had your phone number, Caleb, I'd send you a dick pic. I have a dick pic.
I want to. Would it be your dick or would it be Chris's dick?
No, it's mine.
I'm continue. There it is. We've done it. Back to dicks. That took like 10 minutes.
Well, anybody that listens to our podcast knows that it's not long before we talk about dicks.
Yeah.
But the dicks are.
Which is funny because the dicks aren't long.
Right.
No, my dick's awesome.
John has a 12-inch dick.
No, it's 18 inches. What are you talking about?
Around.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's 32 around.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
weird.
Yo, it's like a fucking tree trunk.
All right, guys.
Oh, all right.
Going a
We've
weird
got too
tip
far.
there.
We've got too far.
Yeah.
Drive Club is shit.
Drive Club.
Don't play it, even if it's
Don't
free.
buy that.
Does it have rolling starts in it like Ridge Racer?
No.
Ridge
No.
Racer.
Ridge Racer is a good racing game. This is
No,
not-
you know what you guys should pick up instead? Oh, I don't know if there's a recent edition of it that's fun, but back in the day, Hot Wheels Stunt Driver was a fun car game.
It's probably better than this game.
Oh, it was so good. It was on PC. At least my brother had it on PC, and I used to play the shit out of it more than he did.
Dawn, you picked up something awesome this week. Well, you got something
Yes,
awesome this
Don.
week.
Tell us.
I am now a
Okay.
part of Club through 3DS XL. Officially. I feel like I've become a part of the bigger gaming community, literally. And it makes me feel sad because at first I was freaking out a little bit because I get kind of attached to my electronics, so I felt like I was cheating on my regular 3DS the first day or so. And I don't know, I'm kind of over it now. Everything's so much easier to see, and it's
Real, right?
amazing.
Yeah.
Have you tried Rune Factory yet?
No, I haven't pulled up Rune Factory yet. I've only done like random janky crap, like check out the shop and do my street passes. And I feel like the sensitivity of street pass is like 9 times higher than on my regular 3DS. I
Maybe
don't know if
Street
that's
Pass
my
is more
imagination or I street pass with Chris like 9 times faster than I did with my regular 3DS. Like
I don't know,
before
man.
it'll let me repeat street pass with him.
So you got the NES edition one, the one that looks like an NES controller?
Yeah, mine's the NES edition. I was a tiny bit disappointed because I thought the inside was going to be matte black and it's not.
What color is
But
it?
it's silver inside, but it's not like super shiny like the regular 3DS was, so it's not fingerprinty all the time, which was my main pet peeve with the regular 3DS, is that the whole thing was that super shiny plastic and it always looked really fingerprinty. And I know it's stupid, but I like my electronics to look clean.
I think that's everybody.
No, it really isn't. Like, you'll leave your Kindle all fingerprinty and put it away that way. Like, I have to wipe stuff down before I put it away because I can't take the fingerprintiness.
So,
Even my phone is like that. Like, I wipe it all the time because I can't stand, like,
I do the same with my phone.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Like, when you tilt it and you realize there's 8,000 fingerprints on the screen, you're like, ew, this is gross, and you gotta wipe it off.
are you satisfied with the way that it looks?
So far so good. I went ahead and purchased a clear cover to put on it. I even got the legitimate clear cover and not some cheap jank off Amazon like I usually would. And it fits awesome, and that makes me happy.
Oh, man, I can't wait to get my Persona one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know how that looks in person, because if I gave a crap about Persona, I would have gotten that one because it looked cute in the picture.
Yeah, it looks awesome. And then, wait, Chris, you have the Zelda one, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, then we'll all be part of, like, the fancy 3DS club.
Well, Caleb has a fancy 3DS too.
Does he?
I do have a fancy
It's-
3DS.
It's
What
not
fancy
XL, but
3DS
it
do you
is
have?
very pretty.
What fancy
It's
one do you
pretty-
have, Caleb?
I have a Zelda one.
Wow.
The black one, not the big gold one.
Speaking of which, I still need to get my pumpkin Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. You gotta let me know how that goes, because when I find my Pokemon game, if it's still within the appropriate time, I would like to do that as well.
It's free through October.
Is it? Alright, so
But
I got a little bit of time to find my stuff.
My Wi-Fi is really janky on mine for some reason, and I can't figure it out, so I couldn't get the mystery gift.
No.
Well, seeing Dawn's 3DS XL got me thinking. like, what are your guys' favorite special edition consoles that you've seen, owned, or wanted to own that have ever been released?
I don't know so far. Just I don't think I've ever wanted to own a specific one. Like,
I know Chris deep down wanted that white PSP bad back a while ago.
Yeah, I did.
My
But,
favorite special edition that I wanted so badly to own was the PS3 that actually played PS2 games.
Oh, my brother has one of those.
you mean the good PS3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the one that they started when they first.
Yeah, the
released
very
it, they
first.
had.
Yeah,
Then
the
they
very
were like,
first edition.
"Oh, shit's expensive. No more.
Yeah, kiddo has one of those, and it sucks because it broke. And he couldn't go and just get another one of those, so he went to this random repair shop, and
They broke
this
it
dude, no, he fixed it, but the shit sounds like a jet now. Like they put a fan in, and it's so friggin' loud that you can hear it from a ways away. It's really annoying, and to be able to hear the TV over this awful loud PS3, he's got to have the freaking TV jacked up grandpa loud. So not only do you hear this jet taking off PS3, you hear whatever the hell he's playing, and it's like, dude, I'm downstairs. I really don't want to hear what you're playing.
Yeah, I got
What if
my
he's playing
first
something good?
PS3. I got my first PS3 literally like a month or two before they officially announced and then suddenly released the second generation of them, which were way smaller and cheaper. And I was so pissed because I had this giant fat thing, and it sounded loud to begin with. So like I can imagine, I can't even imagine what it would sound like to be louder than it was.
Oh my goodness! One day I'll make a recording of this jet PS3. I mean, because you've heard it in person.
Yeah.
It's pretty awful.
It literally, like, he turns it on, and all you hear it go.
Yeah, it powers up.
Does it really sound like you're dropping a gear and then just
Yeah. It sounds like he's dropping a gear to turn the thing on. Like he's got to rev it up. And it's pretty odd. And when I'm crashing,
Oh my gosh.
when I'm crashing at my mom's house, I sleep in my old room because it's mine still. And I've set up the no PS3 after 9 o'clock rule. And he gets super pissy. He's like, I didn't ask you to come over. And it's like, good, I'll tell Mom that I'm not coming over because you told me you didn't want me over. And he'd be like, no, don't tell Mom that, she'll get pissed.
In all honesty, though, my favorite special edition console that I really wanted for, like, the longest time was that R2-D2 360.
Nah.
Oh, that would have been annoying after 2 days. Mark my
I
word.
did see that.
I know, but it was like, I didn't want... I wish I was a millionaire because then I'd just buy it and leave it in the box because it was beautiful. That console was beautiful.
Those R2-D2. I mean, even your texting ringtone that has the R2 noises is on my last nerve by now, and I couldn't even imagine, like, every time you did shit on your on the 360, it being all R2-D2'd out. Oh no. Hell no.
That is not my text tone. That is my alarm tone.
Whatever. No, it is your text tone too when you have your volume up.
No, my text tone is the codec from Metal Gear Solid.
I could have swore it was whatever. Your phone makes that R2-D2 noise a lot.
Yes.
It's annoying.
But nobody else ever really wanted a special edition console? Atomic Purple Game Boy Colors, See-Through Green Nintendo 64.
Kiddo had the see-through purple Game Boy. It didn't look as cool in person, I feel like, as they hyped it up to be in the commercial.
Like a white PS3?
You wanted a white PS3?
Yeah.
Would you want either the Xbox One or the PS4 in white?
No.
The PS4, maybe.
No,
I hate the Xbox One, so I don't really care.
I'm not about the white. Not about white systems. I never was. I remember they did that white PS3. I wasn't about that. Or the white PSP that Chris was all up on.
Right. Alright, let's talk about the Evil Within. Me, Hollow, and Caleb all played it. Caleb, you got a chance to play?
No.
No.
Oh, you haven't had a chance to play?
No.
Alright, so me and Hollow have played.
You got really quiet all of a sudden, or is it just me?
Oh, I moved back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hollow, what
Now
do you
you're
think?
good.
What do you think so far? How much have you played?
I'm on the second chapter only, so I haven't played a lot. I wasn't home yesterday, so I didn't get to play. I played a little bit today, but I was like, oh, I'm too tired to try to figure this out. Because the game is oddly difficult. No?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just me. Like, it seems oddly difficult. Now,
No,
again, like, I don't...
I think
I
it's.
haven't
I
really
think I've
figured
heard
it
that.
out.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, please.
Oh, I was just gonna say, from everything I've read, it was meant to be like really, really difficult, and that's
That's
what
fine.
everybody's saying. It's like,
Yeah, it's just
super
like today I
hard.
didn't want to deal with it because I was like really tired. But the beginning of that game is so violent.
Yeah, it is.
It was like I was in shock that they were allowed to do something like that because it was a little excessive, but it was pretty freaking awesome and very well done. Like I was literally terrified. But it seems really good. I want to play more of it. I do want to finish this game because it's like the story seems fairly interesting, and like I don't know much about the characters, but it just seems like it's fairly Resident Evil-y. No?
Yeah, I would say so. I found it. Okay, I've played for like an hour and 28 minutes. I live streamed the whole thing. I've gotten up to like I'm outside in the woods and there's cabins around and I have a bullet and a shit ton of enemies are around.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at.
The game is hard. Like
Yes.
I got frustrated. Like I died multiple times, and then I was like, you know what? I'm done for now because I'm actually starting to get angry. I haven't
It's-
I haven't really been scared yet though.
I don't know. I got scared with the chainsaw dude at the start.
The one part with the locker, I was a little freaked out by, and then I was like,
That's
okay.
pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, and then there was like the whole like it's like so essentially the beginning of the game has you like running away. You have no weapons, right? It's the beginning of the game. It's teaching you. That was to me that was like I was like super stressed out because like
Supposedly that's how the entire game is. Like ammo is super scarce.
okay.
I found ammo on the ground, like an ammo box on the ground. It had a bullet.
One entire bullet.
I don't know.
One bullet.
I backseated like 2 seconds worth of that game and was like, "This is gross," and peaced out.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's very excessive. Like I
I
was
was like,
like,
"This is
wow.
disgusting." Bye, guys.
Like
Bye, Chris. I'm going inside.
the meat cleaver guy where they're teaching you how to sneak. He killed me like 1,000 times, and he cuts off your head very graphically.
Yeah.
I was like,
Why? How did you die 1,000 times to him? I died twice after I went like, okay, well I'm not supposed to fight him.
I couldn't find the locked door.
Oh.
Apparently, when you beat the game, it gives you a rundown, not just of how many times you died, but how many times you died in all of the various different ways you can die.
Interesting. Because the deaths are very graphic. We thought the Tomb Raider deaths were graphic. Oh man.
The chainsaw guy cuts you in half and drags the top half of your body a little ways, and you like
Yeah.
in entrails, and it's like,
Ew.
oh.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
very graphic.
Glad I didn't see that. I saw something starting to get gross, and I was like, "Bye."
Yeah, no, it's good. I like it. I'm satisfied with this game.
I'm a little put off by the characters seem very generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what, that's okay. It kind of adds character to the game somehow. Like, it's just like some dude.
And
Random detective dude.
the minute you get in the car at the very beginning and they start introducing you to the two characters in the back seat, you're like, oh my god, this is a Japanese game. Because the one guy is very feminine and very Japanese character design.
Is he pretty?
He is. He is pretty. He wears glasses. He's very intelligent. And you're like, oh yeah, you were designed by a Japanese guy.
So, AKA, that's your game crush.
So I was like, wow, that's a very pretty boy.
Oh,
and,
crap. Back here.
and there's the female. And there's a cop dude here. Oh, you're here.
Does
You're here just to die, cop dude.
Does the girl look like she's 12?
No, she doesn't.
No, that's usually the second trope. They roll up, they were like, here's your super bishy guy, and then here's your super 13-year-old looking girl.
Now,
She might be 26, but she looks like she's
No.
13.
from this game and just what the hour that I've played so far, you can't help. Seriously, I can't help but get flashbacks of the original Resident Evil, where like you crash in the field and the dogs are chasing you, and then you get in, and if you're playing and like all you have is a knife and maybe like 12 bullets, and they're like, "Have fun in the mansion."
Here's a house, but it's gonna fuck you over more than out here will.
So
It's I don't know. Do you get a knife later? It's like right now all I can do is punch, and it doesn't do anything.
I haven't even learned how to punch yet.
Oh damn. Yeah, no, the game's
What?
good. I want to play
Spoiler
more.
alert.
I've
Hollow.
Yeah, you have to learn how to punch.
What?
I've just been stealth killing most of the people. It's very Last of Us stealth killy wise.
But I heard the stealth is really bad.
It is.
I've heard the stealth is really
terrible.
bad too.
It is
Yeah.
terrible because they won't see you, and you're just right as you get into range to stealth kill, they'll turn around at that last second and fucking fuck your shit up and light you on fire.
Is it as bad as whatchamacallit, Dishonored?
No, Dishonored was fine.
No, it was not. I
Dishonored
couldn't
was
kill
fine.
anybody in that frigging game because every asshole would be like, I'm gonna be facing the other way for 12 minutes, but oh, Dawn's here? Turnaround time.
It's
I found
probably
this
still better than Metro 2033.
Yes, I would say it is better than Metro 2033.
Metro 2033's was like non-existent. It was like try stealth, and you had to like crouch really carefully to walk up behind the guy, and then stand up without moving at all, and then like try to hit him very carefully on the back of the head with your knife, and hope he doesn't scream so everyone can start shooting at you.
Exactly. So, Hollowblade, is this what you were expecting?
No, you know what? I had no idea what the game was really about. Like, I remember Caleb hyping it up and everything. And then I did see it at Fan Expo. I didn't play it because the lineups were big, and, like, I don't know, I didn't really feel like playing it. But everyone seemed to like it, so I was like, oh, maybe this game is good. So I picked it up. I also picked up Alien Isolation, which is, that game is, the sound design in that game is very scary.
I've heard it's a really good game too, actually.
Yeah,
Well,
I heard it was.
maybe not too, but
What? I think was it IGN said it was too long.
IGN, yeah, game's too long, 6 out
Yeah.
of 10. Like,
Yeah, it's
What?
like
that's so
it's like, oh, this
bullshit.
Call of Duty game is only 6 hours, piece of shit. And then like there's like, if only it was 20 hours, then we'd be fine. And then game's 20 hours, shit's too long, 6 out of 10. It's like Jesus
That
Christ,
was
there's no
literally
happy
their
medium.
argument.
But what you forgot is IGN gives that 6-hour-long story campaign Call of Duty a 9.5.
Yeah, that's because they got like $500 extra
Right.
times 5.
Well, now see, my thing with Alien Isolation is I'm doing Child's Play a week from this Saturday, 24-hour live stream gaming.
That's right.
Mostly, probably going to stick to PS4 games. If we're able to raise $25 before September 25th, I will go out and buy Alien Isolation and play it, do a full playthrough, never playing the game before, on the live stream at like hour 18, so that I'm fucking crazy and tired and have the shit scared out of me.
Yeah, that game is frustrating. I mean, I played a while of it, and like the alien's still not stalking me.
Yeah, I heard
But-
it takes like a few hours to even get to the point where you're playing against the aliens.
Yeah, like right now it's like the robots and stuff, but it is good. Like it's super stressful. Like you start like hearing things, and like the music starts going at it and everything, and you're just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Do I hide? What's going on? Is something coming to get me? But yeah, the alien actually hasn't actually started like coming after me yet.
Are they
which is-
sleeping?
They could be napping.
You just roll up on their ship and they're like, woo.
Like I've met the alien, but like it was like, all right, I'll come back later. I'm on lunch break right now.
Sorry, dude, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I watched H2O Delirious play a little bit of Alien Isolation because I wanted to see how the game looked, and I really want to play that game, but it's one of those games where I'm like, oh, I'll wait on it.
Yeah, like it's definitely not at all the greatest game, but it's not 6. It's not a 6 out of 10. It's
Yeah.
definitely like it's a good game. Like it's
Like an 8,
it's-
8.25.
Yeah, like a B plus, like a
Don't
like
you
a B,
you
B plus.
you get that fucking 8.25 shit out of here. That's dumb.
That's what I would say. Like it's not a bad game, but it's not the greatest game. But it's a good Alien game. Like it's not gonna disappoint. You'll be scared.
But my opinion, like, is the Evil Within what I was expecting? No, not at all. Because I saw that. I've seen that game twice now. We saw it at New York Comic Con. Not New York Comic Con.
Yeah, way a while ago. Not last year, the year before.
The year before, like a little teaser trailer or something.
Yeah, that was awful. It was I don't know. That's another industry pet peeve. Like, let's introduce this way before it's even sort of a thing.
Yeah.
And then I saw it at PAX. I had a meeting, like a show meeting with them, like right after Borderlands the pre-sequel, and it showed terribly. I was like, this game looks like ass.
And that's why you thought it looked like ass. Well, Caleb was like, no, I'm still pretty excited for it.
Is that the game? Is that the meeting you went to without me?
Yes.
While I was interviewing indie guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I missed out on that because the indie guys were way chiller.
I saw that, and I saw Wolfenstein. Both Bethesda games both look like crap.
I was about to say you told me that looked like trash on a.
Oddly enough, both of them turned out pretty good.
Right, like Wolfenstein will be a game that I pick up probably around Christmas or if they have a Black Friday sale on it.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's a game you definitely pick up for there. But it was a good game. I played it. I don't think I finished it because it got really hard. At one point, I didn't want to deal with it, but it was a lot of fun.
That's the story of my life. Like, oh, this is okay. Too hard now.
Yeah, it was just like one part that was really obnoxious. I kept dying to dumb shit, so I was like, nah, I'll come back to it. I never went back. But, never went back. But I was enjoying Wolfenstein.
Alright, let's talk about last generation games, because Borderlands the pre-sequel came out on Tuesday.
Yep.
It did.
I was gonna buy it, but I was like, eh.
The fact
I've heard...
Oh,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I heard it got really mixed reviews, actually.
Because it's probably more of the same, and everyone's like, oh, it's not innovative.
I heard
They tried
gunplay's
to...
wonky.
I heard they tried to add some new things, but they don't really change it up that much, and it's kind of just the same.
It looked good when I saw it at PAX.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just more Borderlands, which is fine.
Right, I like Borderlands, so like...
I know.
I wanted to pick it up, but my thing is, like, the PS4 has so much, like, games that I want to play on it now. I don't really want to go back to the PS3.
Yeah, the PS4 has, and the Xbox One, to be fair, they've picked up, like, ridiculously. Like, it's like, there's so much stuff. Like,
it's been a year.
I was reading my Facebook, and there was some asshole who posted, he was like, oh, I would buy a PS4, but there's nothing I want on it. I'm like, dude, there's so much shit on there that's, like, worth getting.
Well, fair enough. I mean, they're probably just picky, like me. Like, I don't know. There's nothing out that I would like to play right now, so...
It's some guy who plays World of Warcraft all night and day, and we just go play World of Warcraft. Like,
I don't know. I get the same crap about Skyrim, so...
Dawn will get a PS4 when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out.
Yeah, they roll out with Elder Scrolls. I'll probably be on that. But no, I wouldn't.
True.
I don't know if I'm gonna go PS on that because what happened last gen.
That was that's the PS3's fault, though. That was the cell processing bullshit that they tried to do with the PS3.
And the roles have been reversed since then. So,
like
Fallout 4.
Microsoft tried something different this time, and the developers are like, it's really hard to develop for this thing. So.
Well, that's because it was, they're all like, this is going to be your perfect entertainment system for everything. And
yeah, they tried
now it's not doing so great at any of the crap I was trying to do.
That system still pisses me off today. Like, when I was playing Forza, I was like, I just want to play the game. I don't want to deal with this nonsense. It took 3 fucking hours to play Forza, Chris. It took 3 hours. It was absolutely ridiculous. And Xbox Live is a piece of shit right now. I don't know what's happening, but maybe it's my internet connection connected to Xbox Live. But like, oh my god, I have to click on everything twice, both on 360 and on Xbox One, to get it to work.
No, that might just be a thing because I think last we were on the Xbox One. We were having some issues over here too.
So I put in the game, and it goes like, or I turn on the Xbox, it's like, you need to update. I'm like, fine, update. 45 minutes later, I put in the game. I'm like, awesome, finally get to play Forza. Forza needs to install. 45 minutes later, Forza's done installing. You can now play the game. I'm like, sweet, time to fucking race. I start racing. I don't actually start racing. I put the game, it boots up, and it's like, update. I'm like, oh, okay. Day one update. Can't be that bad. Fucking half an hour later. Like, I'm like, dude, do I get to play the game, or is this just like a fucking loading bar, like, simulator? Because this shit's gay. And then I got to play the game, and then my mind was blown.
See,
True story.
I won't be turning on my Xbox One again until Sunset Overdrive.
Fuck the Xbox One. It's a piece of shit.
And the only game I'll go back to the PS3 for is Dark Souls 2.
Yay!
Oh no, I still love my PS3 now.
Like,
I still have Wolf of Man.
I still like my
PS3
Xbox,
games.
but it takes forever for me to sign in, and forever for anything to load on that thing for some reason.
So, like, that's it. But last gen games still being released. Is this a good thing? Like, do you think that it's good that they're still releasing like an Assassin's Creed game and Borderlands 2?
No, I think they just need to kill it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but how long did they release games for freaking the PS2?
Right, but see, that's the
but
problem.
they weren't like mainstream games for it, were
Yeah.
they? Like really
FIFA?
big releases?
FIFA? FIFA? What?
Okay, yeah, but Shadow of Mordor is about to come out for 360 and PS3 in a couple weeks.
It's
I
done
don't
by a
know.
different developer, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
like-
really?
Yeah, it's like Titanfall.
I don't know. I'm not
Oh.
checking into that.
I better tell
See,
my
like-
friend who's waiting for it and refuses to buy an Xbox One that it's
Yeah,
it's
no,
gonna be
they
great.
need to keep doing that because that at least like gives you an incentive to play the new systems.
I don't know. I can't afford a new system, and I'm not really interested. So
Yeah, but then your
I'm
game looks
gonna
like a
be-
potato.
I'm gonna be that asshole playing a potato.
Yeah, like you're
Play a
like, oh my gosh,
potato.
Elder Scrolls 6, and it's like it's not even open world. Like there's like one enemy on the screen at a time.
it's an on-rail shooter.
It's an on-rail shooter.
no.
An
or
on-rail slasher where you just swing the sword in first
It's gonna be
person.
an on-rail potato. What?
Yeah,
No,
it's like
all that's gonna happen
Just a potato.
when you buy last gen new Elder Scrolls, you boot it up and there's just just text on the screen that says you are potato.
No, and then the next you're gonna hit a button. And the next line of text is gonna be Yeti.
I want to say that you're going to start up your Elder Scrolls game, and your character is literally going to be like this really highly detailed just potato. And the only options for like facial features are potato, and the races are potato, and your name is
No.
potato,
No,
and the
no,
colors
no.
are potato.
It's gonna be a text adventure. What are you talking about?
To just
I'm gonna have to buy that little attachment that goes on the
it's DLC.
controller with the keyboard, and I'm gonna have to. It'll be like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm gonna be like, "Go left," and it's gonna be like, "What does go mean?"
It can still be a text adventure, but with a really advanced high-tech picture of your character as a potato.
well, it's
I'm just saying.
they're gonna repackage Zork, and over top of your text adventure, it's gonna Dovahkiin. That's what it's gonna be.
So it's gonna be like my Skyrim Minecraft skin.
Yeah, exactly. Now, my thing with last gen games still being released, like just stuff that's just for last gen consoles, like Borderlands 2, the prequel, and Assassin's Creed Rogue, is I feel like that it's just a money grab for the company to re-release in 6 months a HD version of these games and get double the money for them, or
I agree. Now, see, that's something that I would have been kind of okay with if, like, we got a higher quality version on the next gen console, so that, like, I have a reason to play these games on better looking, you know, because it's 2014 now, 2015 soon.
Yeah, I feel like, if anything, in the long run, it's only kind of hurting the chances that people are going to start moving to new consoles.
Right. Well, I mean, eventually people are gonna move, but like that's the thing. Like, people, like, what incentive do people have to move when it's like, well, everything comes out on my console that I have now, anyways. Except it looks like a fucking potato, but a lot of people are too dumb to notice the difference.
Well, Sony's still selling more PS4s than even make sense by their numbers. So I guess
that's
they're
true because
okay
the PS4
anyway.
is so godlike.
They literally don't know who's buying them still.
Well,
They
It's 'cause
can't
the
account
PS4
for
is
it.
just the best.
you know,
It
people
just makes sense.
people are arguing like, nah, they're not going to re-release these games on like HD re-release these games down the road. But
They totally are.
they already announced that Assassin's Creed Rogue, the last gen version, is coming to PC. You're gonna tell me that they're not.
Oh.
You're gonna tell me that they're not gonna port that over to Xbox One and PS4? Really?
No, man. They're
Really?
companies. They're super ethically and morally sound in all that they do.
Fucking
their
Sleeping
game.
Dogs. The definitive
I
edition of
know!
Sleeping Dogs just came out,
I love Sleeping Dogs, but I don't know if that should exist.
and it's $60.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
the part that makes me
$60.
mad. Like, if you're gonna go last gen, then you don't get to charge full price for that crap.
I agree with that one.
See, that way at least, like, oh, well, you're getting the older version. Well, it's kind of the bargain basement version, so whatever.
I don't get it. Okay, last
He
thing.
can't even. He
Last-
can't even.
Last thing about last gen games. Will anybody
Okay.
here be picking up any more last gen games?
Probably me.
I'm only picking up like RPGs that come out on PS3 now.
I might buy some old ones that I missed, but the only one I really saw myself buying legitimately, as in like new, was Persona 5, but that's coming to PS4 now.
That's what I was just about to say. I was like, oh, I was definitely buying Persona 5, but that's coming to PS4, so no need.
Yeah, literally. Just
Yeah. Again, like I'm just picking up every RPG. Like this week, I bought Tears to Tiara 2,
Right.
which is like a Japanese strategy RPG.
I've heard that game is really fun, but it's literally like 100 hours.
I don't know. All these
Just for
Japanese
the
RPGs
campaign.
No
are
doubt.
like
It's a
100 hours.
Japanese RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy on Destructoid who's reviewing it posted like an update, and he was like, "Hey guys, this game I know came out like a week ago. I'm trying to review it, but it's literally taking me forever, and I don't know when it's gonna be done." Like, so.
That's just
Have
how
fun with that.
JRPGs roll.
But this one is like especially bad for whatever reason.
Does it have like 80 alternate endings, probably?
80
Probably.
alternate costumes you can earn.
Yeah, 80 alternate unlock everythings.
You have to unlock them to get to the last boss. You have to get all the costumes. Just like those fucking teddy bears in Jet Force Gemini.
What the fuck is Jet Force Gemini?
What do
And
you
to
mean, what
get-
the fuck is Jet Force
And to
Gemini?
get all the costumes, you have to grind the shit out of 7 different areas.
Gee, Jet Force Gemini is the shit.
Alright, let's talk about DC. DC Comics. Let's talk about DC.
Okay.
DC announced
Alright.
announced their movie lineup all the way up until 2020.
Suicide
Which is
Squad.
insane.
Isn't there TV
How
shows
many
on
of
there
these
too?
guys-
No, I'm talking about just the movie lineup. So
I think half
Suicide
of these are
Squad.
canceled.
as of right now, we've got Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice in 2016, Suicide Squad in 2016, Wonder Woman in 2017 with Gal Gadot, Justice League Part 1 with Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, and Amy Adams, The Flash starring Ezra Miller, Aquaman starring Jason Momoa, Shazam, Justice League Part 2, Cyborg with Ray Fisher, and then Green Lantern. What are your guys' thoughts?
I'm stoked.
Needs Mo Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy will probably make an appearance in maybe Suicide Squad.
No, Harley Quinn
No.
will be in Suicide Squad.
Harley
Right,
Quinn will be in
but-
Suicide Squad.
But Harley lately in the comics has been really, really, really good friends with Poison Ivy.
Yes.
Well,
she
she's
has.
always
She
really,
always
really,
is
really good friends with Poison Ivy.
So Poison, and plus Poison Ivy's appeared on Suicide Squad a couple times to help Harley.
Yes, she has.
So she could make an appearance. Why not?
Caleb, what are your thoughts?
I don't really care for a lot of the DC movies. And I mean, I like superheroes as much as the next guy who reads comics, but I feel like Marvel's still doing a way better job in the movie market. I mean, the last
Agreed.
the Superman movie was garbage.
I think
That's
Superman
fine.
movie was
It
garbage.
was not great.
No,
And, like,
it was garbage.
I can't speak for Superman versus Batman and some of
It's
the other
gonna be
movies that are coming
garbage.
out, but I'm not super hyped to begin with, and I feel like I feel like no matter how good that Flash movie is going to be, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as the show already is. And that just seems like a stupid move. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
my big
Well, hold on. Like, what bad DC movies have there been lately?
Superman
Well, the
Returns,
DC movies-
Superman Returns, Green Lantern, Man of Steel.
The DC movies
Since the
aren't
Batman
great.
movies.
They've never really been
Batman
great,
movies.
except for like the Batman movies. Dark Knight Rises is okay.
No, it's
Dark Knight
terrible.
is great. Dark Knight's great.
Dark Knight Rises
Um,
was terrible.
Dark
No,
Knight is
too
great. Batman
It's
Begins
fine.
is really good.
Batman Begins
But none of the other DC movies I know of really were good that I can think of.
Which
besides,
one was
like,
the Bruce Wayne workout video?
I don't know, man. Like,
Dark
you
Knight
can.
Rises.
I
Yeah.
did not like that movie.
like what about the George Clooney one when he had nipples on?
But
his
like, what
costume?
about
That was
Marvel's
rad.
had some awful movies too, though. Like, you can't say Marvel. Like,
But they've picked it up a lot in the past few
But
years.
so has-
They've really picked it up.
What-
so as DC,
what-
the Batman movies are fine.
What Marvel?
No, but that wasn't so much DC as it was Christopher Nolan being Christopher Nolan.
Right,
He's
but-
really good at what he does,
What-
except for Batman 3.
What Marvel movies
But-
were terrible? What Marvel movies were terrible?
Astastic Four.
I'm talking about. We're
What-
talking about Marvel.
that was a
movies.
lot-
That was Sony Pictures.
That was
Was
a
Marvel
it?
characters.
That was but that was a long time ago too. That was like 7-8 years ago now.
Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil was
Yeah,
really
Daredevil
ass.
was
so
10
was
years ago.
Elektra.
Daredevil was 10 years ago. That doesn't
Yeah, it
matter
is a long
anymore.
time ago.
Again-
A lot of the newer ones have been great.
Again, Miramax. my thing is
Think
like
about that. It's still the license. Like,
right, but Marvel Studios has nothing to do with that. Marvel Studios themselves do amazing movies. Like
Yeah, they-
Avengers is one of the biggest movies
Like-
already of all time. Maybe the biggest superhero movie of all time so far.
no, Guardians
Avengers
of the
was
Galaxy.
gigantic.
Our Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh
beat it.
well, Guardians of the Galaxy would beat it. Yeah,
I won't
Guardians of the
lie, I
Galaxy is
didn't-
fantastic.
I did not like the last Iron Man movie.
Oh yeah, Iron Man.
Last
3
Iron Man movie
terrible.
was better than the Iron Man 3 was okay. It was better than the second one.
No, it was awful.
The first one's still great.
The whole premise of that movie was awful.
I agree.
What about the premise was awful?
Hey, you know this thing that I know that you do all the time, even as
I
long
watch-
as I've ever known you? Yeah, I need you to stop doing that and
I watch-
bust up all your projects.
Yeah, busted on. I watched the new X-Men yesterday. I was not impressed.
Oh,
The new X-Men is not good.
I love Days of Future Past. I thought that movie was
Why?
amazing.
The Sentinels. Why do they have front jetpacks? That doesn't make it. That's just retarded. It's stupid.
To me, the entire story didn't make sense. I honestly didn't really like Days of Future Past that much, but I still have mostly liked a lot of the other Marvel movies.
I really like
Mostly.
Days of Future Past. I really like that movie.
I did.
pumped.
Yeah.
I was not impressed.
I'm really excited for Age of Apocalypse.
I have a singular question about that. Is Hugh Jackman going to be in it?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
All right, well then sign me up for that.
Hugh Jackman is the main character of Days
All right.
of Future Past.
Then certainly sign me up for that.
Isn't he super dead in the comics?
They kill
Yeah.
him. They kill him this week. They killed him
No.
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Yeah.
I give that 2 weeks.
Yesterweek.
I give it 2
A year or
years.
two. Yeah, a year or two.
But no, see, with the DC movie lineup, I'm really excited. I really want to see a Suicide Squad movie. I don't care about Wonder Woman. I don't care about Justice League. But I want to see fucking Aquaman with Jason Momoa playing Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Quickly, dolphins! Push me faster!
Are
No,
you
it's
fucking
so
kidding?
badass.
Sharks!
Are you
No,
kidding?
Get 'em.
fucking Khal Drogo is gonna roll up and fucking ride Cthulhu into New York City.
Exactly.
No, he's afraid of salt water.
Why would he be afraid of salt water?
He's not afraid of salt water. He's the king of the freaking sea.
Oh, okay. He's the guy who played Khal Drogo.
Yes,
Okay.
Jason Momoa.
I
is
was
playing-
literally looking up I don't know what the fuck that name means. I know who Khal Drogo is.
Yes.
But like I had to pull up that name. I was literally in the process of pulling up that name to see who that was. But no, in Game of Thrones he's literally
Yes, yeah. In Game of Thrones, he's afraid of the
Charlotte's like-
ocean.
which is why this is the most
Apparently,
ridiculous
he
thing
gets
ever.
over that.
He gets super over it and then he just like rocks the fuck out of that water.
Well, he was
He just
also
rides it.
he was also Conan in the latest Conan movie.
Was he? I didn't even
Yeah.
see that.
I
mess.
never saw it. I
Yes,
didn't
we
even
did.
know that was a thing.
We
I
saw that in
a
the theater,
ton of
Dawn.
I don't
I
remember
saw-
seeing that mess.
I saw trailers for it, and then I saw DVD trailers for it, and I had no idea what had happened.
But
Apparently, it came out in theaters.
Aquaman is my favorite character. Aquaman is Conan of the Sea, and I hope that's what they do. They do like the rugged, like fucking I'm gonna fucking spear you with my trident. I'm a badass fucking I can't wait.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm just really not impressed with DC's more recent track record, and so I'm not saying the movies will be bad. I'm just saying I'm not really excited. They can do whatever they want. Maybe they'll be good. I don't know.
After seeing the Batman vs Superman stuff from San Diego, I'm hyped for that movie. They finally were able to put Batman in a suit and give him the white eyes, and they've yet to be able to do that, and that I creamed in my pants. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Gross.
He bat creamed all over
I
himself.
bat creamed. My thing though is they just started the Flash show, right?
Yeah.
With a different actor than who's
Yeah,
playing
that's what I'm
Flash
saying.
in the movie.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
No, he's not playing Flash in the movie.
Yeah,
though.
it's a different actor playing Flash
Yeah.
in the movie.
Oh yeah. That's what I meant when I said earlier. Like, I feel like that completely undoes what they're trying to do with the show already. And if anything, it's not going to be as good as the show.
But see, my thing is maybe they do Ezra Miller plays Wally West, whereas the other guy's playing Barry Allen. Because when you deal with the Flash, there's time travel and a bunch of other weird shit that happens constantly in the Flash's storylines.
I get that. I still think it's going to be confusing to people to have a couple things going at once that are totally different.
You know,
we'll see.
And what's going to happen with Green Lantern in 2020? That scares me because the last Green Lantern movie was terrible.
But see, Green Lantern's a thing that you can do some really awesome shit with.
Yeah,
They
like
just fucked it up really bad.
Put him in an actual suit and not a CGI suit.
The thing is, the real thing is, it seems like a lot of those movies are being handled by Zack Snyder, who's not really nearly as cool as he thinks he is, and his movies aren't great, actually. They are not great.
No, but Suicide Squad...
That's what terrifies me.
Suicide Squad is David Ayer?
I know, but the Justice League is Zack Snyder. Right. Oh, God.
I have a little bit of faith in it because I know that Jeff Johns is overseeing all of it, who's also overseeing Arrow and The Flash right now.
That's true.
So
he's doing a damn good job.
Yeah, Arrow's amazing.
Like, I still need to watch episode 2.
I haven't watched this season yet. I usually wait till like 3 or 4 episodes are up and then I'll just watch them in a row. But do you think that will this lineup be able to contend with Marvel's lineup? Kaleb.
I think Marvel... Oh, okay, yeah. I think Marvel has a shit ton of steam going right now. Plus,
I agree with Kaleb.
With the Avengers and with Guardians of the Galaxy, and now they're going to be pulling in... Captain America 2 was supposedly really good. I still haven't gotten a chance to see it. Go ahead.
Sorry, Kaleb. Just a thought on that, though. I think some of those are petering out a little bit because they're all sequeled out.
I don't know. I think if you have a decent premise and you have good writers, you can go for a very long time. I think not many people have been able to do that effectively with series as far as movie series, but I think it's something that can be done as long as you have a good character and he faces different and interesting obstacles each time. Like, obviously, Captain America 2 was totally different than the first one. Avengers 2 I'm actually really excited about because I want to see Thanos and I want to see how that plays out. I don't really care about Hulk or
Wait,
Thor, though.
But Thanos isn't until Avengers 3.
I was pretty sure he was coming... Oh, no, it's Age of Ultron.
It's
the
Age of
second
Ultron
one, right?
is the second one, yeah.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Because we're getting Avengers Age of Ultron in 2015, Fantastic Four and Ant-Man. That's next year.
Oh, don't remind me about Ant-Man.
It would have been really good. It would have been really good.
It would have been really good. It probably would have been fucking fantastic.
And then they were like, fuck you, Edgar Wright.
Oh, who the hell does that to Edgar Wright? That man is amazing. He's a saint.
Marvel.
Fucking Marvel.
And then 2016 we get Captain America 3, Age of Apocalypse, Doctor Strange, and Sinister Six.
Oh. Okay.
2000. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm more partial to DC as far as comics go, but like the movies just haven't been as interesting to me. But we'll see.
2017 we get Venom and Carnage, Wolverine 3, female Spider-Man movie, Guardians
They're
of the
really
Galaxy.
making a Venom movie.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
You mean
Fantastic
Spider-Woman or female Spider? Like
I mean,
We
I'm
don't
super
know.
down.
I think it's going to be a Black Cat movie, personally.
Black Cat would be so fucking godlike.
I mean,
like Black Cat.
I'm super down for a Venom and Carnage if they can fix what they did to Venom in Spider-Man 3.
Well, that
'Cause-
doesn't count, remember? They rebooted
I
the
know.
franchise.
Etch a
I
sketch,
know.
bitches. Shake, shake didn't happen.
I haven't actually seen the new ones. I don't really care that much, but
The new ones are
We'll see.
terrible. My only problem, though, with the Marvel movies is after Avengers, I find it really hard to be like, wait, this hero is facing a threat to humankind, but none of the other Avengers are showing up?
Yeah,
Why?
that's a little weird, right? Because they're supposed to be a crew and roll out together.
that is
No,
kind of
it's like-
interesting.
it's
but
like the
it raises
comics.
the it raises the. I was just gonna say it raises the same question about the comics.
But no, see, like, in the comics, everything's happening at the same time, so you're like, oh, Iron Man's dealing with this world threat, while Thor is dealing with this world threat, and the X-Men are dealing with this over here, and, oh, Black Widow's over here with Hawkeye, and they're fighting this nuclear threats that are coming from Russia, and Iron Man's fighting aliens, and the
Yeah, they're
Guardians
not
are
even-
fighting this.
They're
Well,
not even
maybe-
trying to explain it away. Like, oh well, Thor would
Yeah.
roll up, but he's kind of busy right now.
Yeah, but we can't say that's not necessarily what's happening. I mean, obviously they're limited by the length of time it takes to make a movie. But as far as their universe, there's not a whole lot of detail as far as how things are happening chronologically, other than the fact that obviously Thor 2 and Iron Man 3 take place after Avengers.
Right,
'Cause
well,
Iron Man is all PTSD'd out.
and so is Cap Winter Soldier is also after Avengers.
Yeah.
See, but my whole thing is like, it could have been like Cap 2 does a better job because Black Widow shows up in it, and they talk about Hawkeye recovering at one point. But like in Thor 2, Thor's never like, oh, maybe I should call Tony Stark. Oh wait,
He's not feeling so good.
Thor is also literally in another dimension dealing with space Lord of the
Listen,
Rings.
he could have really good cell reception.
Dealing with space Lord
They
of the Rings.
do have really good cell reception.
He's
Natalie
got,
Portman calls
you know,
her
he's
friend.
got Doctor Who's cell phone and shit.
Or like Iron Man's not like, oh, let me see what Banner's up to. Oh right, Banner's in Africa curing kids. Like one throwaway line to be like, oh, this is why this person can't help out.
Everybody is busy.
Don't do shit, and I won't have anyone say different.
So it's
Anyway.
I don't know.
I guess I didn't catch anything like that in Iron Man 3. Although I guess I just figured it was more about Tony dealing with his own problems specifically. It's much more personal.
Right, but they're in New York and where the Avenger Tower is, and they're destroying the city. And it's like, don't worry about this. Cap, Nick Fury, don't worry. I don't need to call you guys. I got this.
Yeah.
Oh,
which
wait, I have to blow up all my shoots to beat these guys? Oh, maybe I should have called the fucking Thunder God.
which the DC shows are actually doing a better job of, with the Flash contacting the Arrow as soon as he wakes up in the end of episode 1 of Arrow.
Exactly.
It all comes full circle.
Right?
Full circle.
Going back to Tony Stark blowing up all suits, am I the only person who feels like he should have had more feels about that?
I don't know. I think he was just doing them just to make them, because he was having, like I said, he was all PTSD'd out, and he was like, oh, I'll just make suits and shit. Yay.
I don't know. As an artist, I get super attached to my shit, so I don't even like taking apart shit I'm not that fond of to make better other shit.
But it was to save the world, and they weren't all destroyed.
Yeah, he destroyed all of them. At the end, he was like, oh, whatchamacallit, I can't remember the blonde chick's name. Oh, I know you're all freaking butthurt about my project, so for you, I'm going to blow them all up.
Here,
Oh, that's right.
kiss me while the suits explode behind us like fireworks.
Let's blow up all my art. Yeah, let's blow up all my fun projects.
Cool
And
guys
that's
don't
gonna make
look
you
at
happy.
suit explosions.
All right, we're about to wrap up, but we got some emails this week, some questions. our first question comes in from Jesse from Vancouver. He wants to know, or she wants to know, what do you guys feel is Game of the Year this year so far?
Are we already doing this Game of the Year things? A little early.
It's the end of October. We have a couple months left, but
End of October? It's the middle of October, and we still have games.
I know we still have games, but that's why I said this year so far.
Alright. This year so far, let's roll with that.
Caleb.
Game of the Year.
Yep. So far.
Best
game we played so far.
I feel like we talked about this a little bit last session, but probably Shovel Knight still. I mean, I do love that game to death.
Shovel Knight was pretty awesome, right?
I also just haven't gotten as much time to play a lot of these games as you have, except for a few of the big ones. I mean, I did really like Dark Souls 2. That's literally all that comes to mind. Like, I don't know.
Felix Rage.
Hollow Blade.
I'll go with Forza Horizon. That game is just, it blows my mind every time I play it and see it.
Dawn.
Phoenix Rage.
Is that game even out yet?
No.
Crypt of the Necrodancer?
Okay. I have to go Shovel Knight with South Park slightly behind it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
South Park is so good.
I've heard it was a
So
really good
good.
game. I just don't know. I don't know if I know anyone else who would have called it Game of the Year.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
played it myself, so I
It's
don't know.
one
but-
of the best games, and I haven't played Dark Souls 2 yet. Like, when I play Dark Souls 2, South Park might get bumped down, but Shovel Knight has been the best game I've played so far this year.
I did absolutely adore everything about Shovel Knight. And I still haven't gotten my Troupple plushie yet. Damn it.
Your what?
My Troupple plushie.
Tropical Play.
I want a Troupple plushie.
Next email comes from Frank from Georgia. He wants to know, with the leaks of the single-player stuff in the Wii U Smash, do you think that this could be Subspace Emissary coming back? If so, do you think that's where we'll see Ripley?
What?
What do you mean, what?
The fuck's he talking about?
Well, recently they showed some screenshots of what the single player for Smash is going to be for Smash for the Wii U, because it's completely different than the 3DS version. He wants to know if we think it might be Subspace Emissary.
Oh, from like Metroid?
No, from the last Smash game, the single player where you went through. It was kind of like an adventure mode,
Oh,
and
okay.
you fought bosses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So do we think that this could be Subspace Emissary?
It'll probably be something similar.
That's what I think. I think it'll be something like that.
I mean, if it did alright, I don't see why they wouldn't bring it back.
And then he wants to know, if this is the case, do you think that's where we'll see Ripley?
Sure.
Because we saw her shadow. We saw Ripley's shadow at E3, but Ripley is nowhere to be found in the 3DS version.
Well, they probably trimmed the crud out of the 3DS version, to be fair.
It's kind of different. The single player is different. There's no Smash Run in the Wii U version. It's something different. I think that's where we'll see Ripley. I think she'll end up being a boss in Subspace Emissary.
Just a boss or playable?
Just a boss. She will. There's no way you can do Ripley as a playable character.
Could do
Cheap
a
character
timer.
is cheap? What?
What happened?
Kind of gigantic.
She's ginormous. It's like
She
being like,
is.
it's like being like, okay, well now you get to play as Galactus. Have fun.
You could in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Could you really?
Yeah.
You could
Was he-
play as
what-
Galactus.
Yeah.
Were you just a big, cheap asshole?
Yeah, you could play as Galactus in Marvel vs. Capcom. There's a mode where you could play as him.
Did you just push one
Oh,
button
well,
and
it's like
kill the
like
screen?
a special mode. Yeah, I was gonna say like a special mode, right? I mean, it was ridiculous enough playing as Sentinel in MVC2.
And MVC3 the first week it came out.
Lord Schnitzel.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure we've done this before. He says, Mary Date beat up the members of the cast. Go. Didn't we do this?
Yeah, we
I
did.
thought we did at one point, and it was really
I don't
awkward because
remember
there's only one
doing-
female.
I don't remember
Oh,
doing
you
Married Date
totally
Dump.
remember. You totally remember.
I don't. No, I really don't.
It wasn't Mary Date Dump. It's like it was.
Married Date,
but,
Married
like-
Date Kill.
Yeah,
Wasn't it Mary
like-
Fuck Kill? Did we do a Mary Fuck Kill?
I don't know if we
Something
did.
I
like
think that's
that.
what it was. Isn't that how it's written in the notes?
I
No,
don't
it
know.
says Mary Date beat up the members of the cast. Go, Lord Schnitzel.
Yeah, we did, because it got super awkward, because Dawn's the only female.
Yeah, so everybody was like, "Oh, we're gonna fuck Dawn," and it was like,
No, everyone was like, we're not gonna fuck Dawn, and you were like, you assholes.
Oh wait, maybe we did. That was when we had. I think didn't we?
Yogi was here.
Yogi and
Yogi and,
That's right. That's right. Was that the?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. That was the year. That was the year end.
that was
bash?
episode. That was episode.
That was episode-
100.
Episode 100.
So if you want to know,
Would you marry, date, kill, or cut off your dick?
so if you want to know your answer, Mary Date beat up the members of the cast. Go, Mr. Lord Schnitzel. Go listen to episode 100. Alfonso from the Bronx wants to know what's your favorite movie genre and what's your favorite movie in that genre. Let's start with Hollow Blade. What's your favorite movie genre, Hollow Blade?
Oh god. Favorite movie genre? I guess it'd be like. It's like between comedy and action. And then. Is it what favorite movie in that genre? It doesn't have to specifically be favorite movie.
Right, favorite movie in that genre.
All right, yeah. So fuck it. Let's go comedy, and then Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, love that movie.
That is comedy action. What you said your
I
favorite
think
genre was.
I just watched that a couple weeks ago.
Dawn, favorite movie genre and favorite movie in that genre.
Oh, that's a tough one. Probably favorite genre is probably for shiz fantasy movies.
All right, what ring movie?
Oh, fuck off.
Lord of the Rings 4, The Ring.
But that, well, I don't know. If an anime flick is fantasy, can I still count it as a fantasy flick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, awesome. Then I'm gonna go Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, that's a great one. Good choice, Don.
That's
That
my
is a
favorite freaking
Awesome
movie.
freaking movie. Yeah.
Hollow
Almost
Blade.
cried a little bit.
Yeah. Not
Hollow
to
Blade.
be confused. Not to be confused with the porn version. Howl's Moving Asshole.
What? There's a porn version? That'd ruin my life. Seriously, Howl's Moving Castle is one of those like instant day improvements.
I'm sure there is somewhere, but
Probably. Rule
Yeah,
34, right?
Caleb,
what's up?
favorite movie genre and favorite movie in that genre.
I don't know. I don't normally think about this kind of stuff. It's hard to choose between horror and comedy for me because they're both so good. It's so great. If I had to say comedy, then I would honestly say Silent Movie by Mel Brooks, which I don't know if anyone here has ever heard of.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. Have you seen 12 Chairs? Because that's my favorite Mel Brooks movie.
I have not. I've seen a few of his movies.
It's
but I
so
haven't seen-
good. It's kind of rare, though. I think the only reason I've seen it is
Yeah.
because my mom got one of those, like, you love everything Mel Brooks collections.
Yeah, my friend had one of those in college, and like, I'd never even heard of Silent Movie until I saw it in his collection, and then we watched it, and it's like one of the most hysterical things I think I've ever seen.
All right, what
But
about?
Mel
How
Brooks,
hysterical is it?
Mel Brooks is just like a god of comedy.
Are you giving us a horror movie too, Caleb?
Yeah, I guess I do need to do that. A really good horror movie. I like 28 Days Later, but I don't know if it's so much horror.
It's kind of more suspense, right?
It's kind of more. It's almost like drama / thriller. I mean, there's some pretty dark and fucked up stuff, but it's a lot about people being fucked up.
Yeah, because I didn't see Days Later, but I saw Weeks Later, and I kind of remember it being a little soap opera-ish somewhere in there.
Yeah, we did talk about this a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago
we
for
have
Halloween.
this 28 whatever later.
If I have to choose, I'd probably go with the classic, and I'd probably go with The Thing, because I do love that movie to death. I feel like everything about it is just perfectly done for a horror movie, especially the ending, which is just so fantastic.
Oh, does it have a super twisty ending? I love super twisty endings.
No, it's very
no,
open.
It actually has a super fucked up ending, but
I
it's-
love The Thing. I love that movie.
It's such a good ending. Can we talk about? Can we just talk about The Thing's ending? Can we just do that?
No.
Can we just talk about that for a while?
No.
I want to sleep, Caleb. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, my,
So
for,
go
for,
ahead.
for me, my two favorite movie genres are also comedy and horror. For comedy, it's either Mallrats or The Jerk. I love both of those comedies very much so.
I've never seen The Jerk all the way through. I've just seen bits and pieces.
It's
Mallrats is amazing.
The Jerk is so good. It's like an old comedy that has like it's still the comedy's still super ahead of its time, like even for today's standard.
Yeah, I know a lot of like the major lines and stuff. I just haven't sat there and like watched the whole movie.
I love The Jerk. And as far as horror movies goes, my favorite horror movie used to be Dawn of the Dead. But then a little movie called Cabin in the Woods came out. And
I love that.
Cabin, is that a horror movie?
Yes.
I don't think so.
It doesn't, right? It's not really scary, but I like that it's smart. It's really clever.
It is smart, but that's like saying Shaun of the Dead or Evil Dead 2 are horror movies.
The worst was we tried to watch that with Chris's sister, and she was
just Chris's sister.
Yeah, and we got to the end, and she was like, "I don't get it," and it was like failure.
My sister was too dumb to get Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, okay. That takes her off the list.
Jessica, on the off chance that you're listening, I still love you.
Yeah, me too. But I love Cabin in the Woods. It's on my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
It's funny, but I think it's more of a parody of horror movies than like maybe a celebration of them than necessarily a horror movie itself. Like, I think that's kind of the point.
I really like that movie. It's got jump scares though, and just because it's got monsters, it's got the evil, it's got the suspense. There's
the elevator's the best part.
There's the suspense.
No,
we do. Yeah. No, I do not even want to talk about any more of this movie because if you haven't
everybody's gotta watch it. All right.
Watch Cabin in the Woods.
Watch it.
Okay,
I do not want to ruin it. It is amazing. It is a horror movie, but it is a super intelligent horror movie with halfway through the movie the complete genre of the movie changes.
It's a horror movie parody. Let's just
I'm not going to ruin anything by saying though when you see characters get in an elevator get hype.
It's kind of sweet.
Mark from New Jersey wants to know, do you prefer single player games, couch co-op, or online games?
There should be more good couch co-op in the world, but
it's not a thing anymore.
Super
really.
uncommon.
Yeah.
Like me and Chris tried to couch co-op Hyrule, and it was super wonky.
You told us about your awkward experiences.
It was super awkward.
Hollowblade? What's your prefer?
I like. What was it again?
Single player, couch co-op, or online?
See, it's like I'm torn between single player and multiplayer because like.
I like play with a friend.
Yeah, sometimes you want to go online and talk to your buddies and play with your buddies, but sometimes you just want some alone time and
everybody.
Yeah, and go like, fuck off! I don't want to talk to you. I just want to enjoy this game, like The Evil Within. I'd say overall though, single player, I guess.
Kaleb, what about you?
Not that I don't like playing games with other people, but like. I honestly just prefer single-player experiences. I always have, which is unfortunate because I think they're going to slowly start dying too as people go so much online. But we'll see. I mean,
no.
I don't know. I think
because then you get garbage like
online,
because then you get garbage games like with no story like Destiny or Titanfall, where it's just like. This multiplayer is good. People don't care about the story, but it's like it makes you realize story is really important, regardless. Like Call of Duty would be boring if it didn't have that shitty single player every year. That's like the same thing, just because it kind of gives you context as to why these two people are fighting.
I don't know, but apparently, so I was reading an article earlier, and apparently, Destiny has super deep, super complicated, and super interesting lore. That no one has looked at because it's online.
Yeah, because go onto Bungie.net, turn off your game, go onto Bungie.net and read this nonsense.
No, but some guy has actually been putting it into a wiki that like makes 10 times more sense than the stupid Bungie thing, and it's super engrossing and super fascinating. I haven't looked at it myself, but I was reading the article about it and I saved the link.
They still fucked it up though. It doesn't matter if it's there or not.
Why not? I don't know. I think it's kind of good that it's there, whether it's there if you want it. but like
it's there, except someone had to do the job for Bungie so that people went like, oh, there is a story, right?
You know what game does that like story kind of not upfront backstory really well? BioShock.
Dark Souls.
BioShock.
Bioshock is in your face compared to Dark Souls.
Like
That's true.
I think the BioShock like finding the recorders is the best way to do backstory.
I think that's good.
But see, the backstory-
it's not like subtle necessarily as you might be thinking. Well, it is kind of subtle, but it's not like it's I don't know.
It gives you enough to interest you to go like, oh, that's what was going on here
Maybe.
in this area that I'm traveling around.
But
Oh, now I understand the sign.
Yeah, but you don't ever have to find them in BioShock. Like they're an optional thing. Like you don't have
That's
to go
true.
pick up those recorders. It's like the files in Resident Evil, which are fucking awesome.
I think that's what they meant to do with Destiny because it is an MMO game that's meant to just be played with other people and
It's just
create
not
your
a-
own stories. But they went a little too far and they made it so that it's fucking clandestine to try
you
to get
can't-
into the actual lore.
You can't say that because World of Warcraft has tons of story, even though most of it is shitty. It still has tons of lore.
But does anybody care?
Yeah, people do care. You'd be surprised.
I
A little
probably
too
would be
much.
surprised.
A little
Yeah.
too much.
surprised.
Like, well, yeah, they fucked up this. They fucked up the lore. Back when World of Warcraft first came out, that shit was godlike. Like, people cared. People loved it. That's what made it so addicting. It was like you were in this world with your friends. That there was a reason. Like, you were the Horde. There was the Alliance. There was the politics there. Like there was a reason. Not
Yeah.
like Destiny, where it's like come back to life. There's no time. I can't tell you why you're here. Just grab that gun. Kill that thing over there. It's your bad guy. Trust me. Okay.
I actually
kill
kind
this
of,
bad guy now.
I actually kind of felt that that's how Destiny was in the beginning. Like they
That
was
is
enough
how
to get me
Destiny
going.
was. It was garbage.
It was more than there's more than that in the beginning, but it starts to fall apart as you go further on.
The only
the
part
beginning
that I
is
liked in
fine.
that game
Like-
was when they called your little follower dude a little light, and I giggled, and then I just
Yeah,
and
we
then I was
talked
like, all
about
right, back to no story.
But I did have a lot of Destiny. I still do.
Are you guys still playing that? By the
I
way?
do every now and then. I still work on it.
Dawn, do you prefer single player couch co-op or online games?
I was wondering when you guys were gonna roll back around to me.
I don't think I actually answered the question.
I don't. No, I think you said you like single player games.
Yeah, that's what I thought I
Did
heard
I?
too.
Oh, I guess I did. I don't know.
Anywho, yeah,
I
I'm
got,
an
I got
antisocial.
ran over by Hollow. Sorry, continue.
Sorry.
I'm an antisocial asshole. I like single player games, but I think I can chalk that up to the fact that most of my friends are not online, so I've yet to have a game. Yeah, probably since Diablo, that was like, yo, you want to jump on and play? No, okay, all right. Guess not.
See, that's how Destiny still is for me, but then I jump on and don't play with anybody.
That game looks so boring. I'm sorry, I can't. Every time Chris jumps on, it looks like he's playing the same freaking area and the same freaking mission, because that whole freaking game looks the same to me.
That's because we are playing the same areas.
So boring. I can't.
I play a lot of PvP, but
I don't like PvP.
I think it's really fun.
I personally prefer online games because my best friends are from the internet and I like to play games with my best friends. But when they're not on, I play single player games. That's just me. But I prefer like playing Call of Duty with like Hollow Blade or Destiny with Kaleb or Dark Souls with Kaleb or Borderlands with everybody. That's that kind of stuff. I prefer that than playing by myself, being an antisocial person in my bedroom.
I agree, but then there's the odd game like BioShock where it's just like it's so good. Like you want to be antisocial and just play that.
Right. Last question comes in from our chat. Racing John wants to know what's the worst. Hold on. Gotta find this now. What's the worst movie based off a video game you have seen?
Tekken?
That's what
No.
you said.
Yeah.
I feel like a jerk. I forgot I was on Chris's laptop and I could be on Twitch if I felt like it.
Yeah, it was open.
Oops. I am right here, like.
Caleb, what's the worst movie based video game you've ever seen?
The worst? That's the thing. I stay away from them most of the time, so I don't know if there's really... When I know it's going to be bad, I don't watch it, but... I did watch Mario Brothers when I was a kid.
It was so bad.
That movie
That movie is
so
super
goddamn
bad.
But I've never seen any of Uwe Boll's movies. Never saw Blood Rain. Never saw Postal or any of those other crappy ones. Never saw Alone in the Dark.
Do you ever see Resident Evil?
Oh,
The first one was pretty good. The second
They're all
one
pretty
was,
good.
the
They started
second
getting
one-
too actiony,
the
but
second one was okay.
I was about to
The
say,
rest
there's
are
one I
just
really don't
garbage.
like.
The rest are just fucking garbage.
they became really actiony, but they're still okay flicks. Like they're not.
They all have like 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You haven't watched like movies like Tekken or
Oh,
I want to watch Tekken.
Oh, that's
I
not.
do.
King of Fighter.
that's not
King
a
of Fighter's even worse, actually. I think.
Oh, that's not. A
That's a
video
King
game
of
movie,
Fighters movie.
Yeah. There's
What
a
about
King of-
What about Street Fighter? Street Fighter's the best.
Street Fighter's a great movie. Don't make fun of that movie.
With what's his name? His last
The
role.
guy who-
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, definitely not his last role. He's still alive, unfortunately.
yeah.
The guy that
Roll.
The guy who played the Addams Family father.
What's his name?
Raul.
Raul something.
I don't know. He's a good man. He made the most.
Great actor.
He was a fantastic actor, and he made the most ridiculous empire.
He made a ridiculous bison. Yeah. That movie is great. You can't make fun of that movie.
He had more fun making that movie clearly than anybody else, I think.
Everybody loved freaking Mortal Kombat.
You're talking about
that was the 90s. That was the 90s.
Raul Julius, yeah.
That was the 90s. People were super down on Mortal Kombat when it came out.
Mortal Kombat was still a great movie, though. You can't hate on Mortal Kombat either.
I haven't seen it since I was like 6, so I honestly don't know. I just remember the 90s not being the best for movies, especially video game movies.
All right, Dawn, what about you? What's the worst video game movie you've seen?
That's tough. I don't know. I remember very seriously hating one of those Resident Evil movies. I don't remember which one it was, though.
Yeah.
Was it 3, or was it all of them?
I don't know.
No, the first
I
Resident
want to say it
Evil
was the
really
last one.
There's like 5 of them, right? Maybe 6 now.
For me, it's either it's a toss up between House of the Dead or Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
Oh god! Don't fucking talk about.
That's true.
Don't fucking talk about Spirits Within.
Yeah, we all forgot about that movie for good reasons.
Wait, what was that?
Don't fucking talk about Spirits Within.
Oh, hold on. I know the worst video game movie I ever saw in my life.
Max Payne.
Yeah, Max Payne.
I never saw Max Payne.
Don't do it.
Reason.
Don't do that.
I won't do it.
For your own safety, don't do that.
It's a terrible trap. Freaking Marky Mark.
I like Marky Mark though. That's the sad part.
I like Marky Mark too. I like when he's being the most. I've heard that Max Payne is Marky Mark being the most Marky Mark he can be, and it's too much.
It's yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Oh man.
So wait, now what's the best video game movie you guys have seen?
I don't normally put good and video game movies together in any kind of sentence, let alone best. I'm gonna go down the list here. I'm looking at them. Hey, Double Dragon came out when I was like 5. I remember that movie. It was shit.
Okay, list them. Go.
All the movies that I'm seeing on the list. So Super Mario Brothers.
Final Fantasy Advent Children is pretty good.
Advent Children is actually pretty it's I don't know if I'd call it good, but it is extremely entertaining.
I think it's
the
Final
same-
Fantasy porn.
It adds nothing to the story, and it's completely meaningless, but it's very entertaining to watch.
I full blown think it's Final Fantasy porn. I don't know a single person that wasn't like balls deep in that game that wasn't like ZOMG best movie ever.
BFT says Spirits Within is better than Advent Children.
Oh,
What?
Them
Spirits
fighting
Within
words.
Spirits Within is the random CG one that had nothing to ever do with.
That's the one that bankrupted Square. And
it was
forced
just
them
pretty
to-
much
forced
just a
them to sell
random
themselves
fucking
to
movie.
Enix. Literally forced them to sell themselves to Enix.
Right, yeah, that movie fucked everything over. That movie was
it
just like
did.
some random movie. They were just like, fuck it, call it Final Fantasy. Don't know why.
See, I have to say that the two best video game movies I've ever seen was the first Silent Hill game, the first Silent Hill movie. I thought that was done really well, and
The Resident Evil. The first Resident Evil.
I really liked the Doom movie
Yeah.
I remember they had a Doom movie.
with The Rock. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Not the Legend of Chun-Li.
That didn't really have anything to do with Doom until like sort of the end.
I liked both of those. I thought.
Oh god, no, that Chun-Li movie, we do not talk about that.
We always talk about it.
That was that poor Chun-Li.
Poor Chun-Li.
She was not yet dying.
No.
No, there's no Yetta. Anyways, yeah, Dawn, favorite video game movie.
I don't know. I'm not really
There's no-
into video game.
There's no
movies.
Castlevania movie and no Skyrim movie yet.
You know what? They would probably suck balls anyway, so I'm kind
Yeah,
of glad
Skyrim
that
movie
isn't a
could work.
thing.
A Skyrim movie could work. I could see a Skyrim movie working.
See, I could see Castlevania being, if like they stuck with one being okay, possibly,
Yeah, those are two franchises that could make good video game movies, though.
right? But they could also be jank. So
Yo, we've got a shit ton of fucking video game movies coming out still. Warcraft.
We do.
Warcraft, Ratchet and Clank, Uncharted, Pikmin, Angry Birds, Assassin's Creed, Resident
Pikmin.
Evil.
wait, Angry Birds.
Angry Birds, Pikmin, Minecraft, Shadow of the Colossus,
Temple
Last
Run.
of Us.
Minecraft? What?
fucking
Temple
Last of
Run?
Us.
These all
Temple
sound
Run.
like bad ideas.
Yeah,
Am I
this
the
is
only
just
person?
like, this makes lots of money. Let's,
Tomb Raider reboot,
Yeah. That's fine.
Mass Effect, Metal Gear Solid, which we've been waiting on for maybe 15 years.
That's fine, too.
There's still 2 more Resident Evil movies coming out. Oh my
That's
god.
fine, that's
Oh
fine.
god. No, it's not.
Stop trying to find intelligent movies. Sometimes you just need a dumb movie.
Yeah, and I understand that, but these aren't just dumb movies. Like, these are just garbage. Like, Heavenly Sword movie.
That could be alright.
Heavenly
That already
Sword
came
Hammer.
out, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
it's made.
I'm
I think
missing
it was,
everything.
I think it was straight to DVD or something,
Oh, probably.
The Heavenly Sword movie?
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really
Why?
good.
Wait,
Came
but
out-
why hasn't Chris?
Came out in
watched-
September.
Why haven't I
Why
watched?
hasn't Chris? Why haven't you made Don watch it and you watch it?
Because I haven't seen it anywhere.
Apparently, it's a thing.
So you just lie and don't tell Don that it's out?
No.
I see.
She hides Dawn. He hides Dawn from it.
Man, I miss out on everything.
Yeah, you get missed out on everything because you bullied.
Nobody lets me have nice things.
Don's like, I like Heavenly Sword. Chris is like, I don't know about it. Oh.
All right, guys, you guys ready to wrap this bitch up?
I don't think I answered the question actually.
Oh, you did. What is your favorite movie based on a video game?
To be honest, I'm looking at this list and I don't really see anything good except for like Resident Evil is very good. I don't know if I call it great, but it's the best thing on this list.
Did you see the first?
The first one.
Did you see the first Silent Hill movie?
I didn't. I saw bits and pieces and was kind of like, it looks okay. I don't know.
I think your problem, Caleb, is you just watched all the shitty ones and you're just basing it
I
off
think
that.
my problem is that I like to go for good movies in general, and most of the bad movies that I don't watch tend to be video game movies.
See, you're that hipster that'll only watch like Oscar-winning movies.
That's not
And
true at all.
that's
actually.
true.
I'll watch really dumb movies. I'm gonna go see Dracula with my dad this weekend.
Wait.
Yo, I won't lie. I kind of want to see that.
Caleb,
Like,
Caleb, did you see the
What's
King?
up?
Have you seen the King's Speech?
I want to. I haven't though.
Did you see oh, what the hell was the other one? Did you, what the fuck? The Life of Pi.
No, I haven't seen that either.
So you don't watch Oscar movies?
I do. I just don't watch as many. I don't watch a lot of movies these days. When I do, they usually are Oscar movies, but they aren't always. I mean, I saw American Hustle. I saw Argo. I saw most of them this year, or this last year, I should say.
Did you see 12 Years a Slave?
Oh yeah, I saw 12 Years a Slave.
Did you see Her?
The movie's fucking intense. Her is amazing. Her is fantastic.
It's about a dude that wants a fucking cat. How is that amazing?
That's
I haven't
not what
seen
it is
anything.
at all. Have you ever actually like seen the movie?
Yes, it's about a dude that wants a fucking cat.
Not really. Like,
Like, Gravity was fucking awesome.
eh. Gravity should have gotten an Oscar for its technical effects, which were mind-blowing. The story was kind of meh, and the music was terrible, which it won an Oscar for.
And
What?
I really liked Argo, which wasn't
Argo-
this year. I think it was like
Argo was the year before. Argo was great. I thought that was a really I felt like it was a really underappreciated movie.
so
But
I don't know.
saw Django Unchained. That was totally Oscar worthy.
Everybody saw Django Unchained. That movie was amazing.
I didn't
I
see that.
saw Inglourious Bastards.
I don't see shit.
Did you see Les
What have I
Mis?
seen-
Did you say Les Mis?
I actually did see Les Mis.
That
Oh,
movie
just
is
because.
so good. I love that movie.
I like how
pretty-
everyone
it's-
calls it that because no one can fucking say the title of the movie properly.
Les Miserables.
Yeah,
Les
see?
Miserables.
It's not that hard.
No, you guys all fucked it up.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay,
Pronounce-
okay, hipster Quebecois over here.
All right,
wants to
pronounce
fucking
it.
talk
Pronounce it
about us
first.
hipsters.
Pronounce it first correctly there,
No, I'm not. I'm not in the mood now.
because you can't.
No, he can't, because he fucking can't.
Yeah, because I can't. Because I only speak French.
Then pronounce it. So
apparently
then,
not.
So then I can know how to pronounce it.
No,
Yeah, seriously.
you'll still butcher it.
No, seriously.
Right.
Pronounce
Right.
it for us dumb Americans.
You keep calling it Les Mis. That's fine. It makes it sound like a soda pop or something.
Hala, this is why you can't have nice things.
That's fine. I'm not asking for nice things right now.
Wow. What a twat. Anyway, yeah, to be fair, I liked Les Mis, but I've never actually like read the book or seen the play.
Oh,
Which I've
don't try
heard
to
are
read
better.
it. Don't try
Why
to
not?
read it. Shit is. I don't know. I tried once. I started, and the shit is long and drawn out.
So is The Count of Monte Cristo. That's one of my favorite books of all time.
All right. Well, then maybe you
So-
can tune into that. I was not feeling it.
So is The Stand Uncut Edition, which is a masterpiece. It's also super.
No,
fucked
I
up.
can't. I can't take that. I need to take 9 pages to describe some crap. I don't have time.
Les Misérables.
It's not a reflection on my intelligence. I don't have time for that.
Who wrote that again? That was I should know.
Victor
this.
Hugo.
That's right. I did love Hunchback of Notre Dame. So
So you can go ahead and pick up.
I'll try sometime eventually. Need to get through Moby Dick before that.
They call me Ishmael.
No.
With little.
Why don't you want to call him Ishmael?
Oh, you know what
little
else was
to no
bad that
money in
way?
my pocket. Oh, I should
The
stop.
Pearl. That was another book. It was like 12 pages later describing a leaf falling.
Oh, that was
That is why I don't read books.
It's
Yep.
just
Wait,
ain't nobody got
how-
time for that.
How is the Pearl? Like, I honestly haven't read the Pearl, but I know it's like 100 pages. How is
It's
it,
it's
like-
short. It's just like I don't know. It's one of those that takes 9
also-
pages to describe a leaf falling somewhere
I've-
in there, and I was like, I'm done with this, and I closed it.
That's not typical Steinbeck. That's interesting. I've heard it's also really dark and fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
Alright. You read Cannery Row?
No.
You should read Cannery Row.
Should read of Mice and Men. I love that
Sleep
movie.
time.
That too, but also Cannery Row.
And you should.
Cannery
watch-
Row's like 150
And you
pages.
should read Lord of the Flies, because that.
Hey,
book's really
Hollow.
good.
Yeah, Max
What
will
up,
get you to read
Don?
Lord of the Flies. Max loves it so much.
Hey, Hallo, do you watch any good anime lately? Since we're
not
too dumb
really.
for this book club discussion.
It's just like, as you said, there's no like. Why does it take like 8 pages to describe the fact that the
I
guy's wearing
don't-
pants?
You know,
Like he has pants on. Problem
Thank-
solved.
That's a super over exaggeration, and you know it.
It's not.
Just like Lord of the Rings.
No, Lord of the Rings is really long and really drawn out. I
Lord of
don't-
the Rings is some of the best writing I've ever seen.
Yes, but
Like from an English perspective, yeah.
okay, it's really boring until they get to Rivendell.
Eh,
Like
I don't know.
when Frodo gets stabbed by the Ringwraith in like chapter 15 after you read, I don't know, 3 chapters of Tom Bombadil singing and talking about the lady with the hair. You're like, okay, I'm done. And I put it down for a while.
The Bear and the Maiden Fair.
Yeah. But in all honesty, read The Gunslinger by Stephen King. It is amazing. Oh, I love that book.
Isn't that the book that you were telling me Stephen King literally just runs out of ways to describe things? He just describes all of the things the same way.
That's the 3rd book in the Dark Tower series.
So don't go past number 1. Is what I'm hearing.
I've read the entire Dark Tower series, and like it's really good. But Stephen King runs out of ideas like on like book 3 or book 4, and he writes himself in as a character.
Yeah. He's also the villain in The Stand, technically.
No, that's the Man in Black.
Randall Flagg. That's the same guy, though, isn't it? I'm pretty sure he jumps between the books.
Randall Flagg, the Man in Black, and the Crimson King. Because of the Dark Tower, you realize that they are the main villains, and the reason that all this evil is in the world. Like, Pennywise is a part of the Man in Black. Flagg is like a big character in the Dark Tower series. Cujo, Christina. The Tommyknockers, the Pet Cemetery was set up by the Crimson King. Like, you find all this out in the Dark Tower series. It's kind of like the overarching, like, I am Stephen King, and here is how all my worlds tie together.
Cool.
It's
What ifs?
amazing, and it took like 20 years for him to write the entire series.
IDK. I'm not all up on, like, I like Stephen King's stories, but I'm not all up on how he writes them, so
Yeah,
I haven't read any Stephen King in a long time.
I do love Stephen King.
All right.
It's like when a great songwriter can't sing very well, so it's like, you keep on writing, but maybe you should let somebody else record that.
All right, Hollowblade wants to go to sleep, so we're going to wrap it up. If you guys want to get in touch with us, you can send us an email to podcast@gamingdeath.com. As you heard in this episode, we will answer all your emails. Just send them in, and we will answer them. So hopefully we get more outpouring like we did this past week. We got a bunch of emails in.
Awesome email turnout.
I will be playing October 25th, 24 hours, live stream for Extra Life. We're raising money for sick and injured kids. And it's anybody between, like, babies that are, like, 3 months old all the way up to teenagers. So if you're a teenager out there or you're an adult with a parent,
But if they're babies that are only 2 months old, fuck them, they can die.
Well,
right, Chris?
No, you know what
Is
I
that
mean.
what you're trying to get at?
No, we're playing for St. Luke's Hospital this year. We're a really modest goal. We're trying to raise $100.
I gotta set my account up.
If you guys would be so kind, you can donate. There's going to be a link in the show description. If you follow us on Twitter or you like us on Facebook, I've been posting the link there almost every day. My stipulation is $25. I'll play Alien Isolation, and then the day of every $5 donation, you get to tell me what game I play for an hour for every $5. So definitely check that out. We'll be live streaming right here on twitch.tv/gamingdeath. We're also live each Thursday night at 9 p.m. Twitch.tv/gamingdeath. I'm rolling around ideas about relaunching the website with some actual articles. So guys, stay tuned for that. Keep your pants on. Life's been like super rough for everybody lately. So possibly articles coming back again soon. Rate and review us on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Death of Nation. Dawn's at Ice Genesis. Hollowblade's at Hollowblade. And Caleb's at Blinded by Pixels. Even though Hollowblade's been quiet and Caleb's kind of been on hiatus from Twitter lately.
I was about to say, I'm not really
And so is
a
Dawn.
tweeter.
But I'm there. And follow John. He's at Racing John.
You know what my thing with Twitter is? Nobody talks to me. Like, I'll try to talk to people, and nobody responds, and it makes me really disheartened with the whole thing.
All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for tonight. I'm Chris.
I'm Dawn.
Hello. It's me.
I'm Kyle.
It's Kyle.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
See, you did it right there.
Yeah, because I'm making fun of you assholes doing it.
And
Yeah.
I'm spent.
But nobody else said goodnight.
I don't
We did.
care.
Oh wait, no, we didn't.
No, you didn't. All right, chat. Have a good night. Thank you very much for coming out, joining us. We had 8 people at one point in the chat, so thanks, guys. We
Go
love you.
us.
John, you're awesome.